Monoprice makes 3D printing affordable. Based on the best-selling MP Select 3D Printer V2, the Plus improves upon key areas. It's easy to unbox and set up with the consolidated two-piece design. New features include a smaller footprint and a touchscreen interface, and the streamlined print head and ribbon cable ensure there are no interruptions while printing. It's the best value under $500. Monoprice brings affordability to the 3D printing revolution, so all creative people can bring their ideas to life.
That is safe enough to use, won't require a lot of my attention, and even when it comes to slicing, something that just makes life easier. And then comes the FlashForge Finder. It has a build volume of 140 by 140 by 140 millimeters, so it's not exactly a small build volume. It comes completely pre-assembled with very few things that you'd need to do in order to get it up and running. You'll have all the tools that you need within the packaging. You also have a little spool of filament with about 300 grams in it, so it gives you quite a bit of printing right from the get-go. You have the usual manuals, the cables that you need. You also have a USB stick with some pre-sliced files on it, and also the software that you'd need. Now, there are quite a few things which kind of really surprised me about the FlashForge Finder. The first one is that it has a really solid frame. The construction, the build quality of this printer is actually quite impressive for its size and price range. It has a removable build plate. It's not a heated bed because it's a PLA only machine, but it really does the job well. It comes with a full color touchscreen, which is extremely easy to use. It's very responsive and intuitive. It also has a compartment for the spool holder, so it's completely enclosed and self-contained. Now, I do have to mention that the spools that the FlashForge Finder houses inside itself are not standard size. They're slightly smaller in diameter and also thinner from normal spools. So if you do want to print with filament outside of what FlashForge offer, then you definitely need to get a spool holder, which will still work, as I will show you very soon. The drawer which houses the spool holder also has a runout filament sensor, so that's one major surprise that I actually had. The other thing is the assisted auto bed leveling. So it has a servo which lets down a limit switch. It guides you through the whole process of leveling the bed. So first you'd simply need to tighten the 3 screws under the bed. Once that's done, the leveling process starts. And once you start undoing the screws on the bed and the bed starts lifting, it will give you a very loud noise to let you know that that's when you have to stop. And it's actually quite accurate because ultimately, once you set it, that's it, you're done. You can start printing right away. I also need to mention that the printer is Wi-Fi enabled, so you don't really need the USB stick in order to print. You can actually send everything through Wi-Fi. So once you install the FlashForge Finder slicer, which is very easy to use, it's not overcomplicated in terms of it doesn't have too many things that you need to adjust. You have the usual layer height, you have the infill percentage, whether you want a brim or a raft, you have the speed and the temperature, which are, to someone who's just starting out, that's all that matters. You don't want to get too intricate and sort of like complicate things. And to be completely honest, my daughter is very happy with those settings. She knows what needs to be changed and what doesn't need to be changed. And most of the time I preset the profile for her, and all she does is downloads any models that she wants and just slices them. The usual question is, does this require support or not? And that's it. The rest will be up to the FlashForge Finder. You can simply transfer it via Wi-Fi on. Put some glue. They do give you also this, it looks purple, but once you lay it down, it becomes transparent. It actually works really well with the bed that they supply. So I started again, and this was the result. And the result, I have to say, absolutely great. Keep in mind that this is a PLA only machine. Most of the PLA only machines I've tried didn't even have a cooling fan with them.